is I did trust Dustin and I did trust Eric.
Oh my God, this is so tight right now.
If I didn't care, why would I be pissed? If it came back from Joe, it would be expected. Coming back with that bullshit from Eric really, really makes me mad and really upsets me, because I look back and I see how I was manipulated, and it really, really pisses me off. And with Dustin, I did trust Dustin. And I told Dustin a lot of shit, and it really, really upsets me that he flips like that and runs around saying that you can't trust me of all fucking people. If you want to talk to Eric and you want to get it all out in the open, I would do it right before the vote. Right before. Just say, I want to talk to you. And say, this is what it is, and this is why. And you can't hold me to it because I didn't have this information, and you lied to me, and you manipulated me. When we were sitting on that couch, you had the opportunity to come clean, and you didn't do it.
No, you know what? All I have to do, honestly, when I tell him that I'm not voting for him, I'm going to say, and thanks for fucking saying about my goddamn boyfriend. How fucking dare you? And he sat there in the pool, and I told him about that and everything about my drugs and my speeding and my you know, everything, all my life-changing experiences. When I told him, he sat there and said, "Oh God, Amber, you know, I just want you to know I'm really glad that you're here, and you're such a good person. You deserve to be here." And I started. Of course, I got tears in my eyes once again. I'm so over that. If everybody fucking, if one person holds that against me, I'm seriously gonna flip out, because I don't need my fucking tears to be held against me. I show my emotions because things touch my heart, and that's what I do. I shouldn't have to hide my fucking tears and try to go and run away when I cry, because that's just what I show my emotions like that.
And mine's the opposite.
Exactly.
Where I get pissed off and I yell. I know. And feel free to tell him that I was the one that told you that he told me that, he was holding in his back pocket. You can use my name. I don't give a flying fuck. I
haven't said anything to him yet, and I wasn't going to. I'm going to, and not tomorrow, but I will before the show, before the live show. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to pull him aside and tell him.
Like, my whole thing, Amber, and you can even ask him, this whole thing with putting Eric up was my idea, and just because of putting stuff together. And, you know, it's not about splitting sides at all. It's about getting rid of the person who's been manipulating everybody. I feel so stupid and so, like, you know, just stupid and so horrible about everything that's happened.
Everything
so do I. Every diary room
it.
Session, every single one. Do you know how many? Do you know all I do is sit there and say, every single time, like anything else, I'm like, can I just say, I miss Nick so much. I'm so sorry that I let somebody get in my fucking ear. And every single session, that's what I say at the end of. Like, anything else you want to add? I'm like, yeah, can I? And the same thing every. Walk around on eggshells and not like talk to people or get nervous when I do, that someone's gonna think we're in an alliance because we're talking. But it's so fucked up, and you guys actually thought that I would do that to Nick. That just fucking, it just makes me so mad.
Anytime I've had a problem with you, whether it be personal or this situation, I've come to you right away about it. Even if you didn't want to hear anything and you're like, give me a few days or whatever it was, I've come to you about it, and I've tried to talk to you about it from day one.
And then you said when you were out here, and you said about me, you questioned me about Nick, about the whole me being part of me trying to get Nick out of here. That you're like, why didn't she cry? Something was said about that upstairs, about why I didn't cry.
About me?
Somebody
we were just talking like
about wouldn't Amber cry? Wouldn't Amber cry why didn't Amber cry when we questioned her about her trying to get Nick out of here?
I thought you were talking about the vote, because at the vote, I thought that you were crying. I honestly thought you were crying when you came out after the vote.
And I was sitting on the same side of you, and I've told everybody every single time. I was in my own world that whole show. The only people I looked at was the ground, at Nick, and at him when Nick was talking, and that's it. I was in my own world, so I have no idea what was going on outside of everything that I was feeling that day.
And that you said right there, I talked to Dustin in confidence about, and I asked him, can I ask you questions without you telling Amber? And he said yes.
No, this was up in the group meeting.
No, it wasn't.
It was, because I heard it from a few different people.
No, that's not true, because did I say it in the group meeting?
You did.
About her reaction? No. I have not heard that from him once.
I'm telling you, I would not have said that. I said it to Dustin, and I asked him in confidence. And that was one of the things that he says. Has it come back to you? And I asked him in confidence, and I said, listen, I feel really, really, I don't feel like I can, and that was the whole thing with the trust thing with,
No, it
with
had to have
Dustin
been in the
came
group meeting because two different people that don't even talk told me the exact same thing was said.
From Dustin?
It doesn't matter. Two people that hardly talk at all were both up in that meeting, and they both told me that it was said. Well, why didn't Amber why didn't Amber cry and get upset when the whole
said by him or said by other people? Because I've heard it from other people, but I haven't heard it from him.
And I can't swear 100%. I can't. But I know for a fact that I did ask Dustin that, and I said, that was how it started, was, can I trust you?
He didn't tell me that. He didn't tell me that, but this was in the group, because two different people who do not talk at, like, there's no way that they both questioned me about the same thing. They're like, I'm like, how the fuck does my name get brought into me trying to get Nick out of here? I was just like, and it's like, how? How is that even possible? Like, how could I fake that I cared about someone?
Eric's right there.
And and then they're like, well, why didn't you know? Everyone upstairs was questioning why you didn't cry when you were accused of trying to get Nick out of here.